Connecting. Yay. Hey, Tuesday, September 8th. We're attempting to record and attempting to have my class apparently yell at me and ask enough questions to shut down Congress because apparently the idea of having humans actually come to school next week is freaking kids out. But in theory, not only will I get to harass you online, but I get to be in-person harassment. Instead of just like an online troll, I get to be like a real troll. And so actually, if you would like a fifth attempt, I can. The fifth attempt drops you down to 25. So as long as you got below a 25, you can get a fifth attempt. It just caps you at a 25. So if that is the thing you want to do, then in a little bit when I let you guys go, then just let me know that, hey, I want to redo it, and then I can kick you out to go take it. And that is absolutely fine with me. But my goal is, if you are willing to try it, yeah, they're hard to defeat in D&D. Trolls, you have to burn them. Anyway, you're not burning me. I'm burn proof. I'm assuming you have to burn them out, like ripping them and making fun of them, like, your feet's so big, they're the size of bunny rabbits. Like, that's a burn. That's how you burn a troll. Sorry, D&D joke. So now, going into IXL, I'm officially giving you IXL as homework. There's 3 IXL homeworks you're going to have. Mr. Broviak, you said there's only 2. Are you full of lies? No, I'm full of changing my mind. The way it's going to work is this. There are 2 official ones, and then there's a baby one, because I realized a whole bunch of you did well and tested out of the IXL homework, but I want to make sure that you know what you're doing. So because of that, I gave you a 3rd one, which is a kindergarten level one. Yes, I assigned you a kindergarten level IXL for easy points, hoping that you'd be able to figure this one out. So you're going to turn it in to get 5 points, and then the other ones are actual real ones. Again, if you turned it in time and got the 25 or higher, then I've already given you 10 out of 10 on Skyward. You could literally go to Skyward now and see that for your IXLs, you're listed as a 10 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10. Go you. If you did not get the 25 or higher, then they're assigned. You just haven't had to do them yet. So hopefully that helps you out. And I'll get to you in a second, Macnell. I see you wanting to yell at me. I have changed mine a little bit from math because I heard kids complaining about when I talked about IXL, and they kept saying the fact that they are upset because trying to get to the 80 plus can take a long time and be exhausting. So I said, I agree. So now, if you don't want to get a perfect 10 out of 10, you don't have to. If you only want to get an 8 or a 6 or a 5, you can score much fewer points, and that's fine with me. But I also had this idea. If you would like extra credit, I'll be happy to give you extra credit. So if you get 90 or plus, I'll give you an 11 out of 10, and that's completely up to you. But Mr. Broviak, what if we scored well on the quiz and we don't have to do it? Then you don't have to do it. But what if I want the extra credit? Then you're going to have to do it. So that's up to you. If you already scored well on the quiz and you don't want to have to go through and do it all, then you don't have to go through and do it all. If you want the extra credit, that's up to you. What if I try for the extra credit and I fail? Am I going to get a lower grade? No, because if you don't tell me to go look for it and you don't turn it in, then you have nothing to worry about. So that is completely up to you if you want to do the extra credit. Those of you with questions, you're going to want to write them down because I'm going to get through this IXL thing first because there's a good chance your question is something I'm going to answer as I cover IXL. So sitting there and adorably raising your hand while adorable, you're going to want to write it down so I don't unlock you in a moment and have you go, I don't remember. Or you could always type it to me and then I can read it and then I can try and do it that way if you really feel it's super important, but that's up to you. I am going to walk you through how to do IXL. For those of you who have had it assigned to you through math, it's almost the same thing because my goal was to try and keep it as similar as possible to try and help you out. So it's going to be almost the exact same thing from there, maybe a few small little changes. All right, here are your, I am not using a school account. I don't know what that means. For IXL, then you're going to want to get a school account because that's how you turn it in. I guess you don't have to. That might just be more work for you. Here's your IXL. To get to the IXL, for me, it's either listed for today, where you go to Tuesday's thing, or on the right-hand side, or on the left-hand side, any of those places where you can find assignments. Do we have to get a 25 or a 28 to get an A, or over 25? Over 25, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Any of those are fine with me, and you are good to go. So 25 or higher is what got you the A on it, or at least got you an A on the IXL. That's only like a B. If you got a 25, that's only like a B on the actual grade for the quiz. When you go to it, the IXL homepage, I have a link to it. Although for those of you who have IXL through math, or you go to it through Clever, that might be a better link. So you might want to just stick with that. And that's absolutely fine with me too. If you've never done IXL, when you get in, you're going to find on learning over to the right, there's a thing that says suggestions. You should have a whole bunch of suggestions from your math teacher, because I think your math teacher hates you. And so you have 3 that come from me. All right. So then, Rye, hopefully you use it during math. And if not, then it still works. It just means you're going to have to go look these up on your own. So instead of me assigning it to you, you're going to have to go figure it out. Or send me an email and I can try to figure out how to unlock it if that helps you out. For the rest of you, suggestions, and you're going to find my assignments there. You have to get that number where it says SMART score. You have questions answered, which I don't really care about. For some of you, questions answered might be 5. For others of you, it might be 50. I don't really care. What I'm going for is the SMART score. You're looking for whatever grade you're aiming for, 80 or higher for most of you. If all you want is a 5, then you're trying to go for 50 or higher. And then the time elapsed is how long it takes you to do it. So that's what I'm looking for, to get that SMART score up. Then to do it, to turn it in, Brett Cito's back. She left. Analytics, and then you go to progress. Essentially, there's like 12 different places. Anywhere that you can go where I can see your name, the name of the assignment, and your SMART score, you're good to go. And so like even this one works. It has like your SMART score next to it. So again, your name in the top corner, and then I'm looking for the name of the assignment, and then I'm looking for the SMART score. Screenshot that, turn it in, and then you're good to go. So that's what I'm looking for you to be able to do. In theory, it should be as simple as that. You're going to turn in a screenshot that has your name, lesson name, and then the SMART score on it. So now I'm going to have you do this. We're going to take 5 minutes and have you go turn it in, because all of you have to do HH.2, identifying a verb, and then you're going to screenshot it and turn it in. So go to IXL now. Unless you have an issue, then we can deal with that. But my goal is I'm going to give you 5 minutes to go do that. Now, given it should take you like a minute and a half to do the IXL. It is a kindergarten level verb assignment. You are literally picking out the verb in a 3-word sentence. Johnny jumped a rabbit. What's the verb? And you just click on it. I hate children. What's the verb? And you click on it. So it's all you're going through until you get to 80, or for some of you who don't want an 80 because it's more of a challenge for you, a lower one, screenshot it and then turn it in. Now, for some of you, we may be having technical issues because apparently we're struggling with technology. If it is, so be it. And for you, you have homework. I was trying to be nice to people, but apparently homework doesn't always work that way. I wanted to be nice to you, but if you have issues, then apparently this just becomes homework for you, and I'll send it out in a remind later today. For those of you who aren't having homework issues, then here's my way of trying to help you. Olivia and Rye, I put your hands down because you typed your questions in, assuming you're now good to go. If not, let me know. I'm going to entertain myself as I'm bored and waiting for you to hopefully be as speedy as possible. To submit it, again, you just want to submit. Make sure you have your name on there, the assignment name, and your score. And then you submit it, and then I get a chance to grade it for you and then give you the grade. Again, it's only worth 5 points. This should literally not take you very long. Those of you who have already finished it, I guess you're good. Oh, by the way, those of you who already did well on the quiz, remember you still have to do this one, even if you don't have to do the other ones. Valerie, I'm assuming you're adorably raising your hand. Yes, Valerie, what's up?
Okay. I forgot, never mind.
That was a great conversation. I feel closer to you already. And where'd this other kid go? Olivia, question number 4. Why are you wanting to yell at me?
I was going to submit the kindergarten thing, and I hit choose file, and nothing was popping up, because it usually pops up like if you want to choose like browse photo library or take a photo or video,
Uh-huh.
and nothing was popping up. So what should I do? Should I just try and see if it works later?
I'm guessing.
Okay.
Kind of weird. You can always try rebooting your iPad, and sometimes that makes things reconnect, but technology has been all kinds of funky today. Sasha, it says access denied when you click the link. Which link are you talking about, Sasha? Are you talking about the IXL link? If you are, then I would say you can try Googling IXL, or you can come in through math, or you can go in through Clever, or you can go in through the media thing. That's how I get to it. I go through media on Canvas, and it has a link on their big page there. Valerie, again, remembering things is hard.
Yeah, okay, I remember now. Are we supposed to like how are we supposed to turn this in? Like, we take a screenshot of our score, just like math, and send it?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactamundo. All right. And then the others of you, let's see, while I'm bored. Wait. All right. Let's see, can I move? There we go. While I'm waiting on children, because it's really booked. Greta, what do you need, Greta, dear?
So I'm assuming that we're waiting for everyone to finish IXL, which
Yes.
Okay. So I've just decided to fill in some time, ask a few questions, entertain the class. First of all, do you want to hear my ukulele skills?
Oh yeah, that's actually legit.
Okay.
I play ukulele. So that's more hearing ukulele, less ukulele skills, but that's okay.
Okay. So that wasn't what I raised my hand to ask. What I really wanted to ask is, hypothetically, if I wanted to, spice up life, give it some pizzazz, and I wanted to come to school on random days of the week, do you think that hypothetically they would be standing at the door checking to see what our last names are?
No, but the question is, where would you go? Because you can't go to the class because they know that part. I mean, I guess if you wanted to come here and hide in the bathroom all day, you could, but that seems kind of weird. Oh, what? You're muted. That's awful. What? Sydney, we can call on you now as opposed to finding out Greta likes to hide in bathrooms.
So I'm just making sure if we did the quiz and got a high enough score, not the first grade assignment, but the other two assignments, we don't have to submit anything on Canvas, right?
Correct. You already have a grade. I already put that into Skyward as a 10 out of 10. It's already done.
Just the first grade thing.
It's kindergarten, and yes.
It says first grade on the thing.
No, mine says kindergarten. Maybe you did the wrong one. Maybe you're going to fail. I don't know. So maybe it's
okay, thank you.
Welcome. All right, Rye, those of you still working, we'll be moving on in just a moment. You're going to have to figure out things on your own.
So let's say I hypothetically remove the word hypothetically from the English hypothetical language. Do I hypothetically get to delete hypothetical? Anyone who hypothetically says hypothetically.
The one joy of virtual learning is being able to mute you guys on occasion. All right, Lau, are you going to make me mute you also?
No, because I'm a good girl. Anyway, it did say first grade on our side of things.
Well, apparently you guys have upgraded already. I assigned a kindergarten level 1, but it looked at you guys like, wow, you guys are all smart. It must have used your guys' camera and automatically bumped you guys up to first grade level because it knew you were too smart for kindergarten. I would take it as an insult that it did not move you automatically up to second grade. Just like I'm smart enough to not call on Greta, that's a thing that's not gonna happen. So you'll just have to sit there and be frustrated. The rest of you, if you've not submitted yet, you're gonna have to listen to my melodic voice, but I am now moving on because I am way too bored and I have other boring things to go through. All right, and so submitting, now you guys have homework. For those of you who haven't figured it out yet, For those of you who are really close to submitting it, keep listening to my voice and you'll be good to go. All right, so we did IXL HH.2, which apparently is first grade. I thought it was kindergarten. Apparently I failed kindergarten on that one too. So we followed that one, so you guys are good. The quiz. Now, if I have anyone that is wanting to retake it and get higher than a 23, you're gonna have to tell me in chat now. I'm getting ready to send Colleen to go take it. Hang on one second. I have to set up a room for that person. And the others of you, I'm gonna speed through and run through some. No, what? No, don't do that. Stop it. No rooms. No, don't start those rooms. I don't want to. No, don't leave. Why? Delete this room. Why do you make me struggle? It's so embarrassing. I have so many issues. Oh my goodness. There we go. Not automatically. Create room. All right. And to there. All right. So let's send in Colleen. Colleen, you go take that one. Then I will send this kid. You go to this room. So that kid is out. All right. And no one else contacted me, just those two. I'm making sure they're officially out. Everyone else is here. So the rest of you, if you are staying in the room, you are more than welcome to retake the quiz. You just cannot get higher than a 23. If you leave, you can get higher than a 23, but I'm going to be going over some of the answers with you and helping you guys out. Now, given most of you guys did pretty well on it, so I'm going to be doing the speedy version of all of this, but a couple of the questions were kind of tricky, so I'm going to try and touch on those. All right, so got rid of those kids. Let's go to here. The quizzy version, let's see, we'll run through it. Let's see on this one. Stop it. Go away, computer. I don't care about you. Stop it. There we go. All right. Let's see. Question one. For the most part, the first one is pretty easy. I'm not going to really get into that one. Some of my other, like for you guys, we had, of the 26 of you, I want to say like 19 of you got out of the homework. You got like a 25 or higher. In my other classes, I had like only 3 kids get a 25 or higher. And I had like 15 kids get a 9 or lower on it. Apparently, some kids just pay no attention when I talk. So for you guys, I can go through a bit more speedier versions. The option 2. That's a question. That was this one was a little bit the tough one that kids seem to miss, where it said the most correctly written reason. And on this one, the reason that people seem to struggle was the fact that that bottom one, where it says, I think every American should embrace and love Halloween and put all the energy into making it the best time of the year. A lot of kids picked that as the reason. That was not the best reason. The better reason was this one. Because if you're looking, because what I did was I tried to write an argument, a claim, a reason, an evidence, and a random thing. So if I said which one of those would work as the best claim, then that would be obviously the bottom one. And that one works as a claim, which is why it was not a good reason. It was just a matter of going through and thinking it. And a lot of times thinking was sort of like optional. It was like, thinking is exhausting. Evidence was easy if you guys looked for the numbers. Almost all of you guys did well on question 5, which I was afraid you guys would struggle on. We had to put the 4 things in the correct order, but almost all of you guys did well putting those in the correct order. So I was really impressed. That ended up not being as much of a struggle. Go you guys. Wait, question 6. Nope, that one you guys did well on. Question 7. Here's where it got a little bit tougher because it required you guys to read directions. And for some of you, reading directions was not your friend because it said in the question, what is the best written claim? And then I gave you an argument. And so you had to find what was the best claim. A lot of times you guys would just keyword search and just go and straight look for argument and go for that. It says using the argument, you're like, oh, what's the argument? And you guys would go down there and try to choose the argument when there isn't one and you would struggle. But on this one, the most correctly written claim that connects to that argument would be that one. Question 8, same thing. Did you read directions well? It says you have the most correctly written piece of evidence that connects to that claim. I give you the claim, you find the evidence. And the claim was video games are evil and their existence is turning children into little monsters who want to take over the world. Only one of those pieces of evidence best connects to it. And so you have to find the one that has the numbers, connects, made sense. Going back to the video about waffles and pancakes, just because it was highly entertaining. And on that one, which argument connects to it? Both thumbs up. Enter the waiting room. I guess Nate's coming back. Hang on 1 second. Let me see if I have a question from Nate. So Nate, you're back. Does that mean you're done, Nate? All right. It moved you right to there. So Nate's done. All right. Just wanted to make sure. So then you're good to go. Welcome back to us. All right. So on this one with question 9, it basically came down to both thumbs up and the clappy hands as which one would be the best argument, but only one of them connected to the entire thing altogether, which is what is the best type of round and cooked breakfast food that was out there. This one was tough because it said what was the strongest piece of evidence, but the problem was in the video, there was no evidence that, oh, you are not done. I apologize, Nate. Did you have a question? You need to kick you back out? On that one, Nate. So did it kick you out, Nate? Quiz wouldn't show up. Well, then 1 second, Nate. I'll kick you back out and let's do that. So hang on. I apologize, Nate. We'll help you out. So to there. Let's go, Nate. We're going to send you to there. The rest of you, 1 moment. Quick timeout to help Nate. Nate out. I'm struggling so hard. Let's go here. There we go. Trying to be nice to children is so exhausting. I'm tired of being nice to children. Let me be mean to children. Mean, I say. All right. This one. Come on. Come on. Let me help out Nate. There we go. Nate. And be nice to Nate. Boom. There we go. Now we're being nice to Nate. All right. So Nate's now good. And back to me. All right. And chat. And back to you guys. All right. On this one, the issue came down to a lot of kids chose the one that has the heart bubble. It says both waffles and pancakes come from the same pile of gloop when they are made, so they should taste pretty much the same. That is not the best piece of evidence because it has a lot of opinion in it, and you should not have opinion in there. So the best one that does not have opinion is the one saying they come from different countries. That would be the best piece of evidence in there. Much like the best piece of evidence for random siblings showing up in your room trying to learn English when they're supposed to be in high school is shown on Owen's screen. I know, Owen, what are you going to do? You can't get rid of her. It's the worst thing ever. Siblings are adorable. Anyway, so question number 11, using the information in the article, the strongest argument. You guys did pretty well on that one. And 12, the strongest claim from there. Most of you guys did pretty well on that one. The teacher should be allowed to interact with students outside of school because that connects to the article overall. 13 was a tough one because it required you to go back and read directions where it said, let's pretend the author used a claim that said no teacher should ever hang out with kids after school. So you have to use that as your claim. What evidence matches to it? And the problem is clappy hands is good evidence. It just doesn't match that claim. So a lot of you chose clappy hands because they had numbers in it, but that does not actually connect to it. On here, the one that connects to that claim is the school employees shouldn't interact with students online except for school-related reasons. So that is the connection. The last number, 14, most of you guys did well there too. Best reason that connects to that claim. Also, you might have noticed I had fake answers. Every multiple choice had one random answer that was on there because I get really bored writing my own quizzes and tests. So whenever I do, I always create a random answer to entertain myself. Are those going to be on all of our quizzes and tests? Yes. You can even ask Owen, whose sister came through my class, and so she's well aware of it, the fact that I put random answers on everything because it entertains me. So yes, you're going to have just random answers on everything. Can we choose the random answers? Absolutely. I had kids choose them on this one because they're like, I have no idea what the answer is. So they would just choose a random answer. So more power to you if you want to choose the random answer. Also, I make all of my own quizzes and tests. Every quiz, every test you take in my class was written by me. I will never use other teachers' stuff because, well, honestly, they're just not as good as me. So why would I go down and use their stuff? I only use my own things. So hopefully that helps you guys out, which also means Sometimes there's typos and stuff like that because I'm writing your quizzes like, the night before at 10 o'clock, and I'm also sleepy. So sometimes we'll find out. Mr. Broviak, I'm so bored of learning about claim and arguments and reasons and evidence. You're in luck, boo-boo. I am also. So let's move on. I am done with this for now. We're going to move on to a new thing. Mr. Broviak, what's the new knowledge? What are you going to fill my noggin with? We're going to learn about short stories. It's time to get to short stories. Are short stories like nonfiction? They are. They're like nonfiction, but are fiction. It's like a short story that's not, no, it's like a newspaper article that's make-believe. So it's like fake news? Ouch. Yes, fake news is sort of like a short story that you put on Facebook for grandparents to get fooled by. So it's sort of the same idea. So that's what we're going to get into. Wait, we're going to be fooling grandparents? I mean, some of us could if you wanted to. All right. For those of you who know how chat works, I'm going to be interacting with you on chat here in just a moment because we only have a few days of chat left. Like literally 1, 2, 3 days of chat, maybe 4 days of chat left, and then no more chat because we're going to be in person. And once we go live and in person, I'm not going to use chat anymore. So let's try and use chat today. So here's what I'm going to have you guys do for those of you who like to play my fun chat games. I'm going to see when we get into short stories, you're going to have to know what all of these different things are. We're going to get into plot, characters, point of view, theme, conflicts, and stuff like that. I want to see what you guys know. So my first question is, we're going to have what is called a chat race. Here's how our chat race goes. I'm going to shout out the first one of you who gets the answer correct. The others of you might still get to represent, but you don't get to flex on fools. And everyone's goal is to flex on fools. So the first question that you're going to have is going to be, what is the definition of plot? So using chat, what is my definition of plot? Plot. So let's see what you guys come up with. Ooh, and then, Ledford, not bad. I go a little bit different than that one, seeing how close you guys get. Ledford was the first, but not the answer I'd go with, but I like it. I can't tell you what she put down, though, for the kids who are in sheet. Rye, not bad. Bretsito, good. Still, Ledford was the first. Let's get anyone else who has the story. Eli, you literally cannot put down the plot of a story is the plot of a story. What kind of class do you think? You just want me to make fun of you? All right. The story not bad. The story line. I mean, I guess it's not bad. The deep part of the story. Greta, you were just a special child, Greta. There's no way all right. So not bad. So Ledford, you get the win on that one. Ledford gets the flex. No one had a better answer. My answer I went with is what happens in a story, or the what happens in the overall thing. So that's what I went for. Now, a lot of you guys had good ones. Nicely done. Well, Chase went for the big one. Way to swing for the fences, Chase, using big words like sequence and chronology. I just went for what happens. So the plot, what happens in the story. All right, ready? Let's see who's ready for the next round. Who do I get to shout out on this one? So you're going to give me the definition of character. What is the definition of character? And Eli, if you put characters are characters, and I'm right into your throat from a distance and come right at you. All right, and that's go away. I don't care about. No, go away. I don't care about. Let's see. The first person is Rutsito, although I'm not sure I fully agree with her answer. But Rutsito was the fastest. So you get kudos for that one. Let's see if anyone has a better one. Oh, they're all putting the same answer as you. They're all putting the same answer. So far, Rutsito, they're all the same answer. Rye is a slightly better answer. So Rye, you also get to flex. You did not put the same answer as the other kids. Eli, that's at least a better answer. I'm going to give you that one that's better than your other ones. Then, all right, and then, all right, let's do this real quick. So let's see who gets to flex on Valerie. So far, Valerie's in the lead on this one. A noun, not including a plate. All right. In plot, I said what happens in a story. So for characters, what question word would I use? Plot is what happens. Character is a nice. See, Elena gets the flex on that one. Way to go, Elena. Who is in the story? Elena gets to drop the flex bomb. So there you have the who. Nice. Now you're all reining in on that one. Someday we're going to get to play this game in the live version with all of you guys yelling at me like excited little monkeys, as opposed to having to type it in there, but it's not quite the same. The drawback is class is over. We've now gotten to the end, and that's all there is to it. You're not going to see me again until Thursday. Thursday, we're going to go hardcore into short stories, and you're going to be writing things down or typing it down and all kinds of learning and trying. Don't you give me squinty face. Learning is going to happen one way or the other. The only homework you have from me is the IXL. Get the IXL done. That's the only homework I'm giving you right now. Aw, Maddie, thank you. Is that only because, like, you know, other people are scary like that, or is it because I'm just adorable? I'm adorable. Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate. See, the joy is when you guys have private chat, I can say whatever I want. What, Savannah? You think I'm a giant doo-doo head? Savannah, why would you put that into see? But you have no idea because you can't see what they're putting on there. So Savannah would never call me a giant doo-doo head, but no one knows that and just allows me to harass you guys. Or for poor Owen, who has his entire family in there behind him enjoying my game. How many Talbots do I have taught? It's like a whole clan of Talbots in there. A bunch of hooligans. I mean, by the way, next Thursday, when some of you guys are actual humans in my room and the bell rings, you have to actually like leave and like go other places. You can't like stay in my room. Although some kids do try to stay in my room and it gets creepy and I have to like chase them out with a stick. Which I've actually had to do before because like kids have like math class after my class. I've had to literally like jab a kid with a stick to try and get them to leave my class because apparently my class is happier than math. Anyway, enough. Let me get rid of this. I have no other homework for you except for the IXL. I figure either one, that's a lot of homework for those of you who have to do it, or those of you who don't, congratulations that you know you're all special and stuff like that. So now I'm done with you. Go have lunch, enjoy your other classes. I'll see you Thursday. Sadness and stuff like that. Or for all of you who are already eating lunch as I'm sitting there watching you eat food in your horrible, awful ways and stuff like that. It's crazy. Stop here. Don't want to share. I want to leave. Okay. Why won't you guys go home? Go home. All right. And then there. And then that one. All right. Now I'm finally kicking you out. And